Hello everybody, it's me, Veiled Shadow, back at you with more Star Wars bullshit. So I know that I have a video covering the Twilight Company novel, but I am not 100% happy with it, and I don't think one of my key points came across during the video. So I decided to make another video talking about it in greater detail. The point I was trying to make is that the novel and its author do not understand motivation and how the rebellion thinks. So first off, let me talk a little bit about causes and motivation. Most people watching this video probably know that when people join an organization, they do so for a reason, and if that organization has a particular political or social cause they are championing, then it is usually very broad. Not too broad, but broad enough that people can join for a myriad of reasons. The rebellion in Star Wars is no different. The rebellion fights for the broad goal of defeating the Empire and restoring the Republic. Many people within the rebellion have different ideas about how to accomplish this, as well as what accomplishing this looks like. The soldiers on the ground are no exception. To them, defeating the Empire looks like dead stormtroopers and worlds taken, but as one might imagine, sometimes soldiers don't get why they are doing what they do. Some soldiers might wonder how destroying a factory or research facility might help win the war. This is where the commanding officer steps in. One of their vital roles is to help explain why they are doing things and how they help the broader war effort. A bad officer will not explain and will demand their troops shut up and obey. This always leads to troops being unhappy, and unhappy troops have low morale, which can cause a decrease in effectiveness and even desertion. But officers can't explain everything, as some things are top secret or can't be told to the troops for security reasons. So an officer has to try and explain to their people why they are making the decisions they are without giving too much away. A good officer will understand their troops' reason for fighting and play to that when explaining things. And in Twilight Company, none of the officers managed to do this well. Howell doesn't explain what they are doing matters and how. He just rambles about the rebellion and the cause, which makes it sound like he's deflecting instead of explaining. When Namir takes over, he just says that the plan they are working on will help bring the Empire down. And for another example, Admiral Holdo in The Last Jedi keeps telling everyone to shut up and follow orders, leading to a coup. Okay, so with all that about morale and reasons to fight out of the way, let's talk about the book's bad writing. So why do these characters fight, and what are they fighting for? There isn't a good answer from anyone. Namir fights because it's all he knows, which is a really terrible reason. Then Bran says it's because that Howell convinced her. Gadrin has an actual reason, which is to free people from the Empire's tyranny, and at the end of the novel it's revealed that the rest of the company fights to help others and free the people of the galaxy from the Empire's evil. Now, Namir having a shit reason to fight is part of his character and backstory, but the issue is that it has nothing to do with the story or his development. By the end of the book, he is the same person and he still doesn't care about the rebellion or the reason they fight. He only cares about his people. He isn't fighting for the rebellion, he's fighting for the soldiers of the rebellion under his command, which may sound like a distinction without a difference, but it really isn't. Oftentimes, fighting for a cause allows people to endure great hardships because they know that what they are doing has meaning and purpose, but Namir is fighting to fight. That's it. But his men are fighting for an actual cause, so Namir fights for their cause, but not for the cause. If this sounds messy and stupid, that's because it is. Now, let me talk a bit about the plan that Chalice came up with. She wants to cripple the Imperial supply and manufacturing network. By targeting key worlds, the rebels can draw resources away from a place that they want to target. This is a great idea and has been used in Star Wars and in real life. The reason this works is because of logistics. If a plant produces something important, then the Empire is going to defend it. If that place stops producing that thing, then the Empire has to redirect resources to other places, usually to defend something. For example, if a planet produces stormtrooper armor and the factory there gets destroyed, the Empire has to either rebuild the factory or protect the worlds that also produce stormtrooper armor. Rebuilding a factory is time and resource intensive, and in the middle of a war, rebuilding your industry is difficult. This is why more often a military will redouble its efforts to defend another location over rebuilding. The issue I and the characters have with Chalice's plan is that the final goal is Kuat, which, for those who don't know, is the primary shipyard for the Empire, and they are one infantry company. There is no way they could pull this off, even if they redirected all resources to defending other worlds. So Namir was right to change plans. He was wrong to change plans to what they did. So what was his plan? Liberate Sullust from the Empire. Now, why is this a terrible plan? Because the rebellion isn't holding territory at this point. At the time the novel takes place in canon, the rebellion is still a mobile force that doesn't take worlds. So they would show up and liberate Sullust only for it to fall again once the Empire decided they want it back. So the whole thing is a meaningless gesture. But here's the dumbest part. Namir does not cancel Chalice's plan because attacking Kuat is dumb. No. He does it because morale is low. Why is morale low? Because the troops don't understand why messing with the Imperial supply lines is going to make attacking Kuat easier. That, and they are worried about attacking Kuat because they think it's impossible. And Namir doesn't even try to explain why this is important or how it could work. He also doesn't talk to Chalice about hitting a different world. So let me ask you something. If you're a rebel soldier and you're fighting to destroy the Empire and you're told that you are going to be part of a plan that will cripple a part of their military, how would you feel? I think you'd feel pretty good about it as long as your officers had a good plan. Doing something like halting stormtrooper training, destroying a shipyard, blowing up a factory that makes walkers, and so on would make you feel pretty good. Because stormtroopers, star destroyers, and ATSTs are all symbols of the Empire. Destroying or killing one might feel good, but stopping them from even getting to the battlefield in the first place? Oh, that would be absolutely sweet. Cherry on top. Perfect. Which is why Chalice's plan is sound, but the final target is so bad. But Namir's a moron when it comes to galactic warfare, and so he doesn't realize that and instead goes for a meaningless battle that only succeeded because the company has plot armor. And even with the plot armor, a ton of people died. Again. And yet this meaningless battle supposedly restored the morale of troops and made them recommit to fighting the Empire. I call bullshit on that. Historically speaking, when soldiers feel that their lives have been wasted on a meaningless fight, their morale plummets. And troops aren't stupid. They know when a commander has placed them in danger unnecessarily. They know when their lives and the lives of their fellows have been wasted. And yet here they are ready to jump headfirst into danger yet again because they freed one world that will be recaptured once they leave. What a load of bullshit. When you fight for a cause, anything that helps the cause makes you want to keep going, and anything that doesn't makes you want to quit. Which is one thing this book does get right, but the rest of it is just so terrible. This is why you don't let dispassionate people write stories for you. It's clear that Disney didn't care about this book, because if they did, they would have had better guidelines for what should be in it. What we got was a mess that just feels like the worst version of a Battlefield campaign mode. Oh wait. That's exactly what it is. So fuck this book and its stupid storytelling. But that's enough rage out of me. Let me know what you think of this analysis and let me know if you think I have a point or if I'm the one who doesn't get the point. See y'all next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that other shit. After all, I'm trying to grow this channel. So help me out, will you?